All right, I found our next CE5 location. Up top.
Hi, welcome back to ET Connections. I'm Melanie,
I'm Ian.
and tonight we are going to be discussing our final big night of contact during our weekend. I was getting the message that there wasn't going to be any contact. And once I surrendered and let it go, we had settled in for the night. We had started cuddling and watching a show when my hands started really buzzing. And I'm like, okay, so my hands started buzzing and I started to tune in. And the message I got was 9 to 10 p.m. on the deck. Okay, and so I told Ian, my hands were super buzzing, and this is what I was told. And Ian looks at me, he's like, when were your hands buzzing? And I said, well, just now. And he said, I just saw a golden shimmering light right above where your hands were just now. So I'm like, great, confirmation.
Yeah. And this kind of stuff usually isn't seen with your direct vision, like where your pupils are. It's more with the peripheral vision, and that's how I had seen the shimmer. I was looking this way, and the shimmer was like right over her hands.
Yeah, we are learning the power of the peripheral vision.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Inviting ET book that we showed you in the last video.
Definitely recommended.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I didn't realize how little I was giving attention to that peripheral, but there's a lot to be gleaned from what you see. So when 9 o'clock rolled around, or 8:45 rolled around, I actually felt way more confident. So we came outside and we brought our chairs, and we even did a little campfire, which smelled really divine and relaxing to me. I thought it would be not only a nice beacon, but also a really relaxing atmosphere for any ET beings wanting to visit. We did some lovely singing and some stargazing. We're both still learning our telepathic abilities, of course. I kept being drawn to behind us, just kept looking, and I'm like, there's something there. I just kept sensing something perched somewhere. Of course, I wasn't giving myself the benefit of the doubt that, yeah, they're there, even though I looked about 20 times. I guess I kept expecting them to come from in front of me because I had asked that they not come up behind me. I guess the caveat is that they weren't coming up behind me, they just wanted to observe from behind me. I guess, well, you know, it's like, okay, they
Well played.
Well played. Nothing was really happening. I just would see things out of my peripheral vision, little swirls, lots of just flashes, little flashes out of the corners of my eyes. And then we decided to pack up after 10. So we turned on our porch light, and we were just kind of admiring our beautiful tomatoes. We had a beautiful harvest this year, but we hadn't heard any animals really in our yard. You know, we hear dogs in the other yards, and we had thought we had seen two golden eyes staring at us at one point, which we worked through some really big fear on that one, but it turned out to be a moon glistening off the leaves.
We do like to verify that what we see is accurate, and so after seeing the two dots off in the distance underneath our children's play structure, and they were like perfect eye distance, and they were unblinking, and we're like, ooh.
And unmoving, even though the moon went with them, it wasn't changing.
Right.
But it did give us an opportunity, even when it's a mistake and you think it's a being, but it's not. It still is an opportunity to work through fear. And really, I'm actually really proud of us, and I'm really thankful for that instance. We were closing up for the night, and we were standing right here. It's very quiet, when suddenly all the branches in this redwood tree, the branches are only about 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Something starts falling on us, and it's like, oh my gosh. We completely huddled together like,
Yeah, like what?
Because it was not a small thing. It was at least the size of a house cat, whatever this was, and it came out of absolutely nowhere. And the moment I looked up, it scurried back up into the tree. So it scurried, but we also heard flapping.
Yeah, it was fluttering. I mean, it definitely sounded like wings. And
It was very clearly wings.
obviously not an owl because their wings are totally silent, and these wings were not silent whatsoever, and they were frantic.
Yeah, the energy was, oh my gosh, I almost fell. And I only saw the black, like, momentary outline. I couldn't really describe it. The only vision that comes to me is like that of almost like a gargoyle. And we even went and we pulled on the lens a little bit to see if it was a bird, because birds would probably just fly away.
Yeah, I wanted to test and see, okay, it sounded like a bird, so I'm going to go and grab the limb and shake it a little to see what may happen. So I had grabbed the limb, pulled it down gently, nothing happened, kind of pulled a little harder, nothing happened, pulled it down and then let go to have it fling back up and kind of shake the other branches around it. Nothing.
So this being was like, oh my god, fluttered back up. I saw where it had gone, and it just disappeared. Like, it was really black, so it clearly just cloaked in with the darkness. But it didn't move. It was a bird. It would have left. It didn't leave. We ruled out bat because it was.
Well, bat doesn't make that kind of sound.
Well, bat doesn't make that kind of sound for sure. And the fact that it was leaning over us clearly and we didn't see it, because we would have seen what was in this tree. It's a kind of a sparse redwood. If there was something big in it, we would see it. So we didn't see any of that, and it was like, what you doing? Or trying to smell us or something? and then it lost its footing and was falling, and it was very frantic. And I was a little unnerved after thinking about it a little bit after we had gone inside. I got over it, of course. So after that, we headed on off to bed, and with these kind of encounters, we notice we keep bouncing back really quickly. So fears, when they come up, really don't stay long. They don't make a big problem or anything like that. We just have a really good bounce back rate at this point, which I'm thankful for. They used to be for me, they felt very long in the beginning a couple years ago, where I would go to bed just fearful for whatever reason. But I don't have that anymore because my understanding of myself and of the world has changed. Thank you again for stopping by. We always enjoy sharing our stories and interactions with you. Please like and subscribe, and we will certainly see you next time.
Absolutely.
Bye.